Hello all, my name is Krish Nayak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today in this particular video, I'm going to basically show you the important components of a drone. So for those people who are actually interested in drone programming, you will love this video because probably this is a kind of a hardware thing and we can really do a lot of things. In One Neuron, we have already started recording drone programming videos. Probably that course will be available to you within a month. Now let us go ahead and let's try to understand the important components. Now first of all, there are varieties of drone. One example is this is basically a hexacopter. So this kind of drones, because it has basically 6 motors over here, you can see in this view. The second type of drone that I probably want to show you over here, it is a quadcopter, right? So here you basically have 4 different motors, so that is the reason why it is basically called as quadcopter. So let me first of all go ahead towards this drone and make you understand the important components, because we are almost finished assembling it. So let's go ahead. Now first of all, some important things about the drone. First of all, you have something called as a power distribution board. So this board that you actually see is responsible to distribute the power. How the power distribution is basically done, you have specific batteries. So here is your batteries. You can see that this battery, this specification is that it is 2200 mAh, and this will probably give you a 10 to 15 minutes flight time for your specific drone. Apart from this power is basically distributed to these motors, which can run independently based on the power that is given. Now you need to understand about this is that 2 motors usually run clockwise and 2 motors will basically run anti-clockwise to generate the specific thrust that is actually required. Now coming to the next thing which I really want to talk about is the electronic speed controller. So here you can basically find out some speed controller. This will be responsible in actually providing that amount of current or fluctuation of current so that the motor can run on that specific speed, right? So this was the speed controller. Now you basically have the flight controller. Now flight controller is just like a CPU for a specific computer. Similarly, we also have a CPU for this specific drone, which is specifically called as flight controller. Right now, the flight controller that we are using is something called as Pixhawk, and understand the platform, the tool that is required to basically do the coding and apart from the other things is completely open source. So you can definitely use this, do any kind of changes that you probably want, and you can specifically use it. Now, this specific device is basically the transmitter. So from this transmitter, we will be able to control this drone. You'll be able to see that if you want to increase the thrust, make sure that how the drone actually moves is completely controlled by this transmitter. This transmitter, when it passes the signal to the drone, this is the receiver end. You can see over here the specific device is the receiver. This receives the signal and then it passes to this device, which is basically the CPU of the entire drone, and this in turn provides the instruction to the other components of the specific drone, right? We are almost finished assembling this. Some more work is there. Probably I could have shown you how to fly this drone and all after that, but just understand we are assembling it and it will soon be getting completed, which probably I'll be uploading in another video, right? So this next component is basically the GPS. So through this GPS you'll be able to track the drone where it is and where not, right? So these are the necessary things. Now coming to the very important thing is regarding the payload, right? Whenever we discuss about the payload, that basically means what is the capacity, like what all these drones can actually carry with itself, and apart from that, suppose if I take one example, so this is one example of a gimbal, right? I definitely cannot connect this gimbal to this small drone. Instead, we have this specific drone where we can probably connect the gimbal. This gimbal may be getting used to carry the cameras, and once we probably connect it and we connect it to the camera, then what will happen is that this will be able to capture different sceneries probably when it is basically flying, right? So now the payload of this specific drones depend on the drone itself, because it depends on what kind of materials we have basically used, what kind of frames we have basically used. Say this is a specific carbon fiber drone. This is also a different kind of drone where probably the material is not carbon fiber, but the material is used for a different way. This can be used for different purpose. This can be used for different purpose. right? So like that, the payload will be determined, and again, for determining the payload, we need to do some kind of calculations based on the components that is getting attached to the specific drones, right? So this was some of the examples. Now let me go ahead and let me show you, like if I am doing some kind of movements of this specific drone, you know, in the tool that I will probably show you, we'll be able to track a lot of things with respect to the work that this drone is actually doing. So let me go ahead and let me show you that specific thing. One last thing that I probably missed is the propeller. So this blades that you can basically see, which is connected to the motor, and this, when it is rotating, it will probably provide the thrust, and it will be able to pick up this specific drone up, right? As I said, two motors are basically running in the clockwise direction, and the two motors will be running in the anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, your propellers may be made of different materials, okay? So someone, it may be a little bit more heavy. Again, it depends on the entire drone that you're probably having. So now let's go ahead and let's try to see the tools that we will probably use along with this, where we can probably code and then we can track the drone itself. So guys, once you assemble the drone, you know, you have a software which is called as Mission Planner. So here, this is basically like if you really want to set up the drone, provide any kind of hardware configuration, everything is given over here. Now you can see one example. When I'm moving the drone up, you can see the tracking over here. Everything it will give you: altitude, ground speed, distance to WP, vertical speed, and all the other components. Now you can see when I'm moving left, it is moving left, and when I'm moving right, it is moving right. Now the functionality of GPS that you are probably able to see over here, you are able to get track that we are definitely in Bangalore, and it also shows you the direction that I'm actually moving the drone in. So this is an amazing software. This is again an open source. You can probably write your own code, do different kind of configuration that you actually want. So this probably we are using to create something for a specific industrial application. Later on, we are also going to integrate a lot of AI modules. So this was one example. So yes, the entire course will probably be coming soon in 1 year. I hope you like this particular video. Please make sure that you subscribe the channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, Mandal. Bye-bye.